in international political developments. After the most popular candidate for the US presidential race from the Republican Party, at least that's what pollsters are predicting, Donald Trump was banned by the Colorado Supreme Court from taking part in the Colorado primary polls. In the US state of Maine, their top election official has also removed him from the state's 2024 ballot, citing the 14th Amendment's insurrectionist ban. He's been charged with the crime of the 2021 insurrection, instigating people allegedly to attack the Capitol Hill on January the 6th. Meanwhile, it is anticipated that Trump's legal team will contest this outcome, and the, of course, contest has already been going on in the Supreme Court of the United States of America. Now, the bottom line, of course, on all of this is, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is a former US president. He is probably the leading contender from the opposition. It's a Democratic presidency in the US right now. And the leading contender of the opposition in what is known as the world's greatest democracy has just been barred from contesting a free and fair election. Okay. Now, explain that. Sanjeev Srivastava is going to try. Sanjeev ji, he's been accused of insurrection. In India, we would recognize it as sedition. There was an attack that took place in January of 2021 on Jan 6th on the US Capitol. Donald Trump is accused of instigating that attack, and they have now barred him one state after the other. Now, is this a normal routine part of democracy? These things happen?
Well, Rishabhji, I think Donald Trump, who is a clear front runner for the Republican Party's presidential nomination for the U.S. 2024 presidential elections, is facing such challenges time and again. But every time, whenever he faces these kind of indictments or the verdicts from the different courts, his supporters get more mobilized. And he starts getting more funding for his election campaign. And this entire verdict of the different courts are certainly going to be challenged by the President Trump's team of lawyers. And this matter will go to the different courts, up to the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And he's going to be fighting very hard. And in that process, Rishabhji, what is happening is that Donald Trump is projecting himself as he's being victimized through a political conspiracy. And he has been using this kind of a verdict, this kind of indictments as a political tool to garner more and more support.
Well, he's got some point. Now, I'm not a stakeholder in American politics, but he's got some point. There was an entire Russia collusion theory that nothing panned out. But oftentimes in politics, you see, it doesn't make a difference which country it is. Donald Trump sort of benefits from this because, he gets an issue to get his supporters charged up over that. Look at how they're hounding me and they're coming after me. And for the Democrats, I don't know what is being achieved here. You're saying you're running a democracy, but if he's a former president who wasn't impeached, and he's wanting to contest an election, you're trying to bar him from contesting a free and fair election. That's not how democracy is run. He should be allowed to contest an election. Whether he wins and loses is for the people to decide. Well, these kind of things happen in democracies, and what I love about this is that in America you can bar the leading opposition candidate. It's not a problem. Imagine if the leading opposition candidate in India had been barred from contesting elections. Just think about it. They would have been telling us our democracy is worse than Afghanistan or whatever, something like that.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.